Hey, what is up guys? This is Anthony, aka BadBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the S.I.C. Kamen Rider Wizard Flame Style. Now looking at the front of the box, you can see that the figure is showcased in a window box packaging with a rune style shaped emblem around the figure. Turning the box around, we can see the figure showcased in multiple posing positions, as well as his multiple accessories and attachments. Now with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here is Kamen Rider Wizard out of the box, and man, this guy is packed with detail and articulation. But before we take a closer look at the figure, let's take a look at the accessories. Starting off, we do get a clear coffin-shaped base stand, as well as an articulated arm that articulates at 3 points and pegs into the back of Kamen Rider. Next up, we do have 8 interchangeable hands, 2 open palm hands, 2 stylized posing hands for casting spells, 2 close-fisted hands, and 2 gripping hands with trigger fingers for holding his multiple weapons. Next, we do have his wizard sword, his gun, and 2 open palm hands for a shake hands technique that plug into both the sword and the gun. And lastly, we do have a little Garuda minifigure in the center, as well as Garuda attachments done in a trans-clear red with silver detailing that plug into Kamen Rider. Now with the accessories out of the way, let's take a closer look at Kamen Rider Wizard Flame Style. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Kamen Rider Wizard here. I absolutely do love the detail that S.I.C. puts into their figures. I mean, they are just amazing. All the extra work they put in these guys is just pretty fantastic, honestly. Looking at the head sculpt alone, I mean, it's just beautiful. I mean, look at the detailing on that. It's just a magnificent piece. Love how they go with this. You can see all these like gemstones into the chest and whatnot, in the abdomen. All these are done in a trans-clear red plastic. Looking at the face, it's even done the same way in a trans-clear red. Looks pretty awesome. You can see that there in the camera. Even here on the wrists, the wrist gauntlets are all done in a trans-clear red. Even down to the ankles right here, those are all trans-clear red too. Just absolutely love that look on there. Looking at all the silver detailing, just look at the chest work right there and onto the shoulders. All this like calligraphy type stuff, just etched into all the detail. I mean, that's just fantastic, man. I love how they go into it like that. They're really known for, S.I.C. is really known for taking a design and just doing their own thing with it, and just really amping up the detail, and that's exactly what they did with this guy. Love the driver right here. For those who know anything about Power Rangers, how they morph with their morphers, Kamen Rider's somewhat the same thing, except Kamen Riders use what's called drivers, and that's his wizard driver right there, so that's really awesome too. Loved all the sculpted work, detailing that they did in the legs, all that extra stuff in the shin guards. I mean, look at all that extra detail work in there. Really, really nice. Love the silver detailing right there on the ankles, even on the shoes. Looks really, really nice. Really dig that. Inside the coat is inlined with red. Let's take a look at that. And on the inside, you can even see there's some painting of some runes right in there too, and then inside right here, it looks really, really cool. So really, really dig that. Really, as far as the paintwork goes, there's nothing too crazy. Honestly, for the most part, there's no real wash, but for a figure like this, with so much sculpted detail, you really don't need a whole lot of paintwork on there, so it's pretty basic. Like the black is really flat, you know, we don't really need a whole lot. Silver, just pretty plain silver, no extra washes in there. But again, look at the sculpt of the back of the coat. I mean, all the silver detailing right there, and on the bottom, really, really nice, even into the coat itself. All this is sculpted in there, like these rune markings and all this line work, all sculpted and came out really, really nice. Look at the back of them, even on the collar, has really nice sculpted work. Looks really, really nice. I absolutely love how they did this guy. Kamen Rider Wizard is one of my favorite Kamen Riders ever, and I'm so happy I got him, and he definitely is one of my best pieces to have for Kamen Rider. So putting him to the side for a sec, we're going to take a closer look at some of his accessories. We're going to start off with the sword here. The sword is just incredible. absolutely love this sword. It kind of has the sword gun motif, kind of like Squall Lionheart from Final Fantasy VIII, which is my favorite Final Fantasy character. Kind of has that vibe to it. Get all the extra detailing in the handle. Love that wood grain look to it. Really nice sculpt into the blade and whatnot. I just absolutely love that. And it might be a little hard to tell on camera here, but it actually is a trans clear red in the center right there, or it's just trans clear right there. You can actually see my finger a little bit kind of going through it, so that's pretty awesome. Really attention to detail. Same thing with the gun. It's actually not two weapons. The sword actually turns into the gun, so this is just the same weapon in a gun form, and that's really nicely done too. I love the little hand right there. He shakes the little hand right here, and that's how he actually powers up the weapon and whatnot. So it actually does come with an interchangeable piece. That's the closed palm right there, and it has a little open palm piece, and it comes two of those. So you have one for the sword and the gun, and this is how he just powers it up. You know, he'll like shake the hand of it right there, and that's how he just, you know, powers up that weapon and whatnot. So that's pretty awesome. I do love that accessory too. Looks really, really nice. I love the exaggeration of the long handle, so that came out really, really well. Moving on to the Garuda piece. This is the little Garuda that he comes with. This is a little, like a little fire emblem character. Came out really awesome. All done in a trans clear red, a little bit of silver detailing. Looks really, really cool. Love the detail on this little guy. It's pretty awesome. He's kind of like a little mini phoenix and whatnot. And surprisingly, he actually does have a little bit of articulation. His legs do move independently, up and down right there. So that's pretty cool. Love that little guy. And there actually are Garuda attachments. Start with the headpiece right here. That represents Garuda. And this actually attaches to Kamen Rider's head, and I'll show you that in a sec. But again, this is done in a trans clear red. I love that. It just looks like a little jewel, you know what I mean? With all that silver detailing on there and whatnot. So that's pretty awesome. Love that. So to actually put this on Kamen Rider, it's pretty easy. All you really have to do, he has these little antenna pieces right here. You just pull those off, and they're on just a little peg. And the same thing with this guy. He has a little peg on the inside of that right there. And that just pegs on just like so, if I can line that up properly. Yeah. Let me see if I can figure that out. Did I get it? Yeah, there it is. Alright, cool. So then, yeah. See, that's how he looks with the Garuda attachment onto it. That's pretty cool. That's a really cool look. Really, really dig that. You know, so that's pretty awesome. He also does come with some talon feet. Again, done in a trans clear red. No extra detailing, just solid clear red. And these are just plug into the bottom of the feet. So they have a little peg system right there. Same thing right there. And you just plug those in, just like so. And they stay on pretty well. You know, pretty cool little attachments to the feet and whatnot. So, pretty well done. He also has these little extra pieces. We'll actually start off with this little back silver piece right here. So you can actually unplug the skirt. And there actually is this little silver piece back here that unplugs. And that little hole right there is actually where you plug in his stand, his little flight stand, so that's where it holds it up. You just plug that back in. Same thing with these two shoulder pieces. These actually do unplug as well. Those are just on a little peg. And he comes with the Garuda wings, which are really, really awesome. I love the design of these. I love, you can see there's like a red jewel design right there. Some silver paintwork around it. Real nice sculpting, engraving right there. Absolutely love these wings, and that trans clear red looks really, really good. What I do like extra is that they actually did add some black detailing of little rune markings. You see that on the camera right there. It came out really, really awesome. So what these do, that little section I just took off, just plug right into there, just like so. And that's how they hold on. And they are articulated. You know, they can go up and down, and they can flap like a bird, you know what I mean? So it has something like that, which is really, really cool when you go up and down and whatnot. So that's pretty awesome. Absolutely do love that. So, yeah, his accessories are pretty awesome. You know, from the standard design of the guy, he doesn't really have those extra Garuda pieces. But, you know, S.I.C. doing all that extra stuff and whatnot, they just really added to the character and really just added to the design with that aspect. So, moving on to articulation, this guy is just jam-packed with it. His head is on a ball joint, so it rolls around really nice. And the neck is also on a ball joint, so you get a lot of movement out of that. Does look left and right, looks up okay. It's hindered by the back of the collar just a little bit, but it looks down pretty far, which is really nice. So do love that. His shoulders do go out about that far, and they go up and down. There actually is a butterfly joint inside there, you know, so his shoulder can come in and out just like that. He has a bicep swivel, allows it to rotate left and right. Double jointed elbows work really well. He does have a little peg system. This is how the hands change out, just a little ball peg right there. And you can see the detailing of the hand right here real quick. I do love, again, they utilize that like trans clear red even for the rings, which is really cool. So I do love the detailing that they do on that. So that just pegs in right there pretty easily. So it's really nice. It is hinged, so it goes up and down, and it swivels left and right, so that's pretty good. This upper coat right here is done in a soft plastic, so it doesn't really hinder the torso articulation at all. And this actually section right here is actually a soft plastic, and is actually removable with a little ball peg right there. You can see that. And you pull this back a bit, and you can see the inside of the torso. I don't know if you see that, but the articulation in there is actually in a little, looks like a double ball peg connecting from the upper torso to the abdomen right here. So let's put this back on real quick. Right there we go. So he does rotate at the top of the torso, like that, and at the bottom. So it allows him to turn left and right pretty good, you know. And he does arch back pretty far, as well as hunch forward pretty good, actually. Really digging that. He does have a leg joint that allows it to kick out about that far, which I wish could be a little bit better, but it's not too bad. He kicks high pretty well. I mean, that's pretty high for that figure, so it's pretty nice. Nothing, a little bit of a thigh swivel in that peg right there that allows it to move up and right just a little bit. Not too bad, but nothing great. He does have a double knee bend, allows it to bend really well, and the joint is covered by this little knee pad right here, so that worked out pretty good. He does have, looks what seems to be a ball pegged foot ankle joint right there, so it allows it to point the toe downward like that and up a little bit. And he actually does have what seems to be a little bit of a toe articulation in there. I can see that, and just a little bit of ankle rocker, you know, nothing fancy, but it's all there. Also, great thing about this is things like this, the shoulder pads are articulated, so they don't hinder the shoulders whatsoever, and the coat is even articulated, so all this down here, you can see this, has little big joints right under there that allow it to, you know, pose it in different angles and whatnot, and swivel and whatnot, so that's really cool. I really do love that, and I do love this chain right here with all those other rings. For those who don't know about Kamen Rider Wizard, a lot of his abilities and powers come from his rings. As you can see, he's wearing the red ones for the flame style. Looking down at the chain, you can see his blue ring and his green ring and whatnot, representing his like water style and things like that. So those are all done in trans clear colors too, so those are really awesome. So overall, the articulation on this guy is pretty amazing. You can get him some really dynamic stuff, and once again, I just absolutely love what they did with this guy, and absolutely do love this figure. So for a quick comparison, here he is standing next to the SH Figuarts version of the same character. Now looking at these two figures side by side, you can see the differences in the figures, with the SH Figuarts version being much more accurate to the TV show, and you can really see that the liberties S.I.C took with the design of the S.I.C version. And for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to the WWE Elite defining moment Sting figure from Mattel, as well as the little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys. My review of the S.I.C or S.I.C Kamen Rider Wizard Flame Style action figure. If you're into Power Rangers or anime and things like that, I highly suggest you look up some Kamen Rider Wizard episodes. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Have a good night, guys. Peace.